So my job as a sports fan is to, let's just say, be as honest about a take as I can be. And you want to know my honest opinion? The refs gave that game away.
Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, about now, about now, about now.
What's poppin', y'all? It's your man, Cloudboy Bales, and welcome to another episode of Wisco Sports. As you know, the Bucks did unfortunately fall in Game 1. This was just a dominant performance by the Phoenix Suns, even though the Bucks tried to stay with it. You know, they did the best they could. I give credit. Giannis played. That was the only great news we got out of it. Middleton also played good. That was some other good news. The Suns and the refs were just unfortunately better. Looking at the stats, Giannis went 6 out of 11 and 17 rebounds, 20 points. Middleton, 12 out of 26, 5 out of 12 from 3, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, and 29 points. Lopez had 17, Holiday had 10. Not really much from the bench other than a couple from threes from Connaughton and Forbes, but nothing else. And then for Phoenix, a lot of their guys got in double digits. Paul had 32, unbelievable game he had. Devin Booker had 27, Ayton had 22, Michael Bridges had 14, and then Cameron Johnson and Cameron Payne knocked some shots off the bench and had 10 points each. So that was some good. That was a good game played by Phoenix. I mean, I'm not gonna really go into this, but you know what? Looking at it, the Bucks, they always seem to really not do well in game ones. Okay. You saw this the first year, where they lost to Game 1 against the Celtics at home, and they played badly against Toronto in Game 1, even though they won that game, even though Brook Lopez bailed us out that game. And then you got, and then of course, the next year in the bubble, we even lost to Orlando in the first game of the year. Weirdly enough, that happened. Lose to Miami in the first game, and that was just a disaster. Then this year, they did win Game 1 against Miami, but that was one of the worst played games that I've seen the Bucks ever play, and they somehow happened to win that game, so they got lucky. But then they lost to the Nets in the first game, they lost to the Hawks in the first game, and they lost to the Suns in the first game. So that's the recurring theme right now. Bucks just don't seem to do well in Game 1s. So, you know what? That's why I'm sitting here I wasn't expecting them to win today. So, I'm for example, the Hawks game that they lost, I was really upset. But this time I'm okay, we actually played a good team on the road, and I'm okay, we won this game fair and square. They won this game fair and square. Well, even though the refs were pretty much giving them all the calls and us not the calls, but everyone just seemed to be really much on Phoenix, just seemed to be really doing it. Chris Paul just was phenomenal. And then you saw Giannis get a lot of boards and and not only 20 points, but I thought, hey, you know what? You're on a knee injury, and you know what? You're going to do the best you can, so I give him effort for trying to play out there. You know what? Things happen. You lose games. I'm not going to say the offense was bad today, but Chris Paul was really just feeling it today. And when he's feeling it, he just can't stop scoring points. That's just how it is. You saw that in that Game 6 performance, and I don't think anything is going to switch up because that's just how it is. So, Game 2 is on Thursday. That's in 2 days. And that's that. I mean, you can't really say that, but you're hoping, as a Bucks fan, you're hoping they make the adjustments. I think they can play better Game 2. If they lose, I'll be okay, it was on the road. Not going to be too upset, but I'll be upset, but we'll be down 2-0, and if we lose Game 3, then at this point, it's a sweep. So, I don't, or not, it's pretty much over at this point. But, you know what, I don't want to be worried. I got to be optimistic. It's only one game. But you're hoping they can make the adjustments. They were able to do it against Brooklyn. They were able to do it against Atlanta. So let's hopefully see if we can do it against the Suns. That's my final word on today. So anyways, more updates to come. It's your man Clubboy Bales. Subscribe below with more content. Updates to come. Stay safe, be smart, and as always, go Bucks. We'll see you next time.